Hey guys, Earl here with CSI. Welcome to another episode of FAQs. Today's a short one. I want to go over caulking in showers and mold. So, as I've stated before, we spend a lot of our time performing tile and grout cleaning in showers, natural stone cleaning in showers, and natural stone restoration in showers. And though that is the big part of our work, a lot of calls we get and a lot of the services we do include caulking, caulking removal, reapplying caulking, and replacing the door sweeps underneath the glass shower doors. Anyhow, those door sweeps do in time fade out and collect mold. Same thing with your caulking on your seams, shower pan, or tub. So, caulking and why does it collect mold? So let's look at the elements that we have in a shower. You have warm weather, normally 70 degrees room temperature. You have moisture, and you have soaps, body oils, dead skin, all these things that occur naturally in a shower. And those elements really become the perfect climate for microbial growth. Anything that molds in showers, or if you have a mold problem in a house, normally stems from having a moisture problem. Now, in a shower, it's accelerated because that's a area of the house that always has water, always has soaps and things of these natures that the mold can feed on, grow on, and again, the environment's very conducive, right? So in showers, a lot of times we clean mold off of grout lines, caulking, and sometimes even the surface of the stone, depending on how well it's maintained and cleaned in everyday use and through the week. So, the caulking in particular, caulking can grow mold on it, and can you clean it off? Yes, you can absolutely clean it off. However, what's left behind on your caulking is the mold staining. So that's the blacks, sometimes greens that you see, no matter what kind of caulking you have. So most commonly in showers, you use 100% silicone. It's very popular right now, the 30-minute shower ready, water ready caulks, which perform very well. And on all of the manufacturers' tubes, they always say mold resistant. But in my years as a professional, I've never seen a mold that will not eventually discolor or grow mold on there like a caulking. Sorry. And so with that said, even though it's mold resistant, no one really says mold proof. If that were the case, we could get by cleaning without removing the caulking. So in terms of caulking, what happens? Sometimes the mold grows on the caulk and stains it through, and sometimes the mold grows behind the caulking and bleeds through the caulking. And this happens for a couple of reasons, mainly because of trapped moisture. So if you have an issue with pitching in your shower and water collecting in pockets, that can be the cause of that extra moisture, which gives you mold growth. Another issue with mold growth is improper cleaning and ventilation. So a few things that you can do to help minimize mold growing in your shower, though no matter what you do, you're going to get something eventually. It's unavoidable. It's the nature of having a shower. But a few key tips that you can do is cleaning your shower regularly once a week, nice scrub using the proper appropriate shower cleaners for the material you have in there. So certainly if you have a natural stone shower, you don't want to use anything with an acidic pH. You want to stay on the neutral to the alkaline side of the cleaning scale. And even at that, you got to be careful because through time, you will degrade the sealer on your natural stone, in which case it needs to be resealed. Thus, it's a service we offer very often for natural stone showers, clean and seal. So, understanding those two things of what kind of material is in your shower and using the right cleaner is very important. And just by cleaning it once a week, you will minimize the mold growth in there. Spraying it, scrubbing it, wiping it down. Another quick tip I can recommend is daily is buy yourself a shower squeegee. They're on Amazon for $3 to $5. And basically, if you have a stand-up shower or tub, whatever the case may be, after you shower, grab your squeegee and squeegee down your walls. What you'll want to do is remove standing water. Standing water is what contributes to mold growth. So maybe you have, a washcloth in there or a rag designated for wiping things down. I would just do a quick squeegee and wipe down the edges and ledges where moisture can collect. And by doing that after you shower daily and cleaning once a week, you'd be surprised how long you go before you start seeing those dark discolorations of mold on your caulking or on your grout. So now we're going from caulking to grout. Grout is Portland cement with a pigment. And so it is a porous material which holds moisture. If it holds moisture, mold can grow on it. So it's important that you clean your grout and you seal your grout to minimize microbial growth or mold growth. However, it is not 100% unavoidable. But by taking these steps, you go longer without having a maintenance service like a clean and seal of your shower for about a year. And I recommend you get it done at least professionally once a year for long-term care. And if your shower is developing problems, we can identify those things. One key thing that I do and what we do when we first work in a shower or a tub, and you can do this at home, is walk in your shower or your tub, and basically the perimeter wall on the bottom, right? So if you have a shower pan or a tub, the last tile before it meets the perimeter or the tub, start knocking on those and you'll hear a sound. Push on them. If you push on it and the wall has a little play, like the tile moves, that lets you know that you have a underlayment problem, a backing problem, and that normally occurs through years of collecting moisture and the building material behind it deteriorating, thus giving play. Because on a tiled wall, if you knock on it, it should all sound the same. And if you push on the actual wall on the tile, there should be zero movement. And so before we remove caulk, right? So why am I sharing this? When we go in there and you hire us, let's say, to clean and seal your shower and replace your caulking. Well, sometimes when you cut that caulking out, tiles will fall off the wall. And it's not because we removed the caulking. It's because the foundation and the perimeter wall of your shower is deteriorated. There's an underlying problem that's causing this mold growth to accelerate in your shower. And this is something you can do by yourself, even before you call a service, and maybe you're not even interested in a service. But just for your own peace of mind, touch all the bottom perimeter tiles up to a foot, because sometimes you have 12 by 12s, mosaics, 6 by 6s. Tiles come in a lot of different shapes and styles. But my point is that last foot, all the way around the perimeter, whether it's a tub or a shower pan, touch it, push on it. If it moves at all, there is a problem behind there. You should not get any movement. Just like when you get to the top of the wall, it's solid, you push on it, and there's no movement. Commonly, because water runs down, and if you have collecting moisture because of a bad pitch, bad build, whatever the case may be of why there's water, or a leaking supply line behind it, a leaking drain, you're going to be able to identify that. And that's something that we run into frequently from cleaning and recaulking. Is we'll notice once we remove the caulk or loose grout, sometimes we fill in grout on these tiles, is once we remove that stuff, all of a sudden tiles are coming off the wall. And you say, well, it shouldn't be a problem, right? you can just put thin set and reset the tiles. In an ideal world, yes. However, if the backing material is wet, you can't just caulk or thin set a tile right back in place because what it's adhering to is wet and it's not going to grab on. I hope that makes sense. So basically, to prevent mold in your shower, clean up, remove standing water, and if you can, clean it once a week. Now, if you have excessive mold growth and it seems to grow fast and you have odors in your shower, then certainly check your perimeter wall and just touch and push and you'll be able to identify. Now, I don't mean to scare you. However, let's say your perimeter wall, it has some play. The issue is here is you have to cut out the tile that's there and maybe a foot up and replace the backing material, right? The bigger problem is, yes, you can do that, but the bigger problem is, why is water collecting there? Is there an improper pitch? And so sometimes that requires removing the whole tub or pan and resetting the pitch to go towards the drain so that water doesn't collect there. And it does become a little more involved and it can be costly. However, long term, at some point it will deteriorate out. It will all fall apart at some point, right? And that's not to scare you or anything. That's just sharing with you the insights that we see every day. And my background is 15 years in construction. I've built a lot of showers and tubs. I just happen to be on the cleaning side of things now. So sorry about that little rant. So back to my point about caulking and molding. Molding again occurs because of moisture. Moisture collects because of improper pitch or improper care. So take care of your care, and if you have an improper pitch, that's something else to consider that we're not going to touch in this video. And caulking, even though they say it's mold resistant, it is not mold proof. And if you guys know of any mold proof caulking, please put it in the comments, call me, let me know. I would love to get 100% mold proof caulking and provide it for all my clients. With that said, guys, this is another episode of FAQs, and again, we make these videos for you because these are the questions you ask us. I'm Earl with CSI, and I will see you on the next episode.